Good morning, folks. I'll just get Facebook on board. Give me a second. Okay, that's Facebook on board. Good morning, everyone. How are we today? Hope you're all well. 19 sitting in the waiting room. No bad. Anyway, good morning. Who's in? Hi, Millie. Hi, Julie. Mad Monk with Pet. Who else we got? We've got John. Hey, John. How's Greenock? Millie Jimson. Lorraine Hay. Mags. How are you, Mags? Hi, Stephen. Right, where are we? We're almost there. Any Facebookers in yet? Yep, good morning, Melanie. Hope you're feeling well today, my dear. And hi, Neil. Right, we're up over the 50 mark, folks, so let's get this broadcast underway. It's Andy Truck Davey with the truck and at home in his office in Salisbury, North Lanarkshire, where it is a bright, clear, crisp North Lanarkshire morning. Sun split in the sky, 9 degrees, bloody chilly. Fortunately, there's no wind, so no wind chill factor to cool things down even there. So that's the weather forecast for Salisbury, North Lanarkshire. You want to know what the weather's like where you are? Look out your rain, bloody windy. And maybe leave us a comment so we know what the weather's like where you are. Okay, and that one was especially for John, the truck driving legend. The truck driving legend, still a driving god. Right, let's get this underway, shall we? First up today, we have a Daily Rancid. I will put the headline up. Where are we? I think that's us there. And the rank rotten rancid daily record goes on. The Iceman runneth. Bit dramatic. This is the story of a Glasgow gangster, Jamie Stevenson, who's been sentenced to 20 years for trying to smuggle 76 million worth of cocaine into Glasgow fruit market via Dover and consignments of bananas. Some imagination, consignments of bananas. Anyway, according to the record, when police were closing in to arrest this guy, because there was a saga, he ran down a hill like a TV mobster, Tony Soprano. Now, I haven't seen The Sopranos, but I've heard of them. So there we go. So, Glasgow gangster Jamie Stevenson gets 20 years for smuggling drugs. Okay. Now, the right-wing loony rag, The Express, it runs with the same story, except it comes at it from a different angle. What the Express is telling us is what closed the noose around this guy, Jamie Stevenson's neck, was a photograph of him stuck in the wall, apparently, in a bar in Spain. And that accelerated him being caught, which I believe he was caught in a brothel in Amsterdam. There you go. And he was caught because his mate used his own credit card to pay the bill, apparently. Colourful lives these people live. Very colourful lives. Bananas and brothels and bars in Spain. Good morning, Sir Larry. Right, the Herald goes on. 1 in 10 of the 334 prisoners released early between June and July 2024 are back in the pokey. All right. Now, I guess this was bound to happen. There would be a percentage of them would have been recalled for bail breaches, like getting out of jail and going on a piss and not getting back to their abode in time or something like that. Or there'd be odd one that went to a bar, got pissed and got into a fight and ended up back in the pokey. And then there'd be the odd one who went out to jail, still had a chip in the shoulder about whatever led them to the jail in the first place, and ended up straight back into trouble again. These things, they happen. But 34 out of 344, that's no bad. Or 44 out of 344, sorry. Right, the Scotsman's on the same story. The headline reads, dozens of early release prisoners are back in jail. Some were back in jail in just a couple of days. They say that'll be the ones that went out and get pissed, broke their bail conditions, the ones that went out and get pissed, get into a fight, and the ones that went out with a chip on their shoulder and went straight back to whatever it was that got them into trouble. There was always going to be a percentage like that. No doubt it'll be the same in England where the early release has happened. It'll be the same in Wales if early release has happened there. There will be a percentage of these people who will end up back in the pokey. Some of them just because they're institutionalised. Right, the Metro goes on. Now Iran must pay the price. Okay. And the eye has, we'll put the eye up. There's a restroom. I guess I'm not putting the eye up. I swore I had that downloaded. No, it appears not. Anyway, the eye has Israel vows revenge. Of course it does. Of course it bloody well does. Netanyahu is looking to widen the conflict out. And he's looking to bring his sponsors, the US, in. Because otherwise he can't win. He can't. But a rapid response. Yep, I imagine that's what will happen. And he gone by what I've heard for Starmer and Biden, then it's tally-ho and off we go, young people. You're off to the Middle East to meet your demise. Thanks, Alistair. Thanks very much, my friend. Awfully generous. So there you go. Because Starmer's speech yesterday. Be afraid. Be very afraid. And as for Genocide Joe, they'll protect Israel at all costs. So as I say, tally-ho and off we go. To the Middle East with our troops. And it'll be a case of, sorry, Ukraine, Russia's going to have to take you because we can't spare any more munitions. We're at war ourselves. Okay. The Times, I think I've got that one. Aye, there are the Times there. Now, the Times tells us that 8 Israeli soldiers die in battle with Hezbollah. I feel sorry for their families, but here's a newsflash, folks. That's what soldiers do. That's what soldiers do. With soldiers, it's kill or be killed. So, when they stepped into that arena, they knew what they'd signed up for. Sad as it may be, I dare say, in whatever crossfire there was, there have been Hezbollah fighters killed as well. But that's what happens. That's what soldiers do. That's what they're paid for. Their primary duty is defence, but fighting's what they're paid for. Right, the Telegraph runs with UK forces not up to defending Israel, says ex-Defence Secretary Ben Wallace. Now he's telling us the RAF lack weapons to hit Iranian missiles, and the destroyers out there in the Red Sea are ill-equipped, poorly equipped. But it's the irony of it. You know, his party has spent the last 14 years cutting the number of troops, and the General Staff should be in jail for their absolute shit procurement. 2 aircraft carriers, 6.3 billion quid each. One's being cannibalised to keep the other one afloat, and it can't go into warm waters because the engines overheat. Wow. And then, of course, the IAC tanks project. 5 billion quid and umpteen years in, and there's no functioning vehicle to into service. Defend the Israelis. They're not equipped to defend this island. David and I covered the report that the Americans did, saying that they couldn't put a single battle group effectively into the theatre of war. Basically, the UK military is junk. Mind at the start of the Ukrainian war, we were saying that the Russian stuff is junk. Guess what? According to the Americans, our latest technology is 30 years behind everybody else and is scrap metal. How warm's the water, Julie? You want to go for a swim? But so, ex-defence minister whose party spent 14 years butchering and gutting the UK Defence Forces says the UK is no fit for battle. Tell us something we don't know. David and I also reported on General Saunders telling the Telegraph that the people need to get ready and start thinking like soldiers because they're going to have to fight if anybody tries to come to these islands. We newsflash for General Saunders. You don't have enough equipment for your fucking troops, never mind the general populace. Wow. No manpower, bad equipment. Wow. And he thinks the general public should take up arms. There fucking isn't any that works. None. When I joined the army in the mid-80s, it was 283,000 regular soldiers. There's 76,000 now. 76,000. Well, right, the Scottish tale of fail goes on. I'll stick this one up. This one made me laugh. The Scottish Daily Fail goes on. Let's start with the first headline. I told my husband to choose between me and his bossy mother, and he chose his mother. Starmer coughs up 6,000 to pay for freebies. PM forks out for Taylor Swift tickets and wife's hose as donor Lord Daly is probed by House of Lords watchdog. They say Starmer needs to put patches on his clothes so we know who's bankrolling him this week. Israeli lobby there, Lord Daly there, and whoever the hell's next there. Oh, the FA there. Shall we continue? Anyway, the National also runs in 3 headlines. I'll put that up. That one, I think. Yep. What the Nationals go is Leslie Riddoch, Labour's implosion, and that's true, by the way. People are deserting Labour here in Scotland at a rapid rate of knots. Low anger here in Scotland. And Tory hopefuls' devolution threat, and that is Badenoch's Conservative supporters were told that she will reprogram the British state. Centralisation, anyone? And the other one is Sarwar and Murray are being urged to find a backbone were capital funding pledges they made prior to the election, which of course were all kiboshed by Rachel Reeves. Okay. For some reason I seem to have missed a Telegraph. The Telegraph's got two headlines. One is that Israel will strike back at Iran, and the other one is that the Scottish SNP government apparently took no consideration into excess deaths when deciding to cut the winter fuel payment. Fucking newsflash. The SNP didn't make that decision. Westminster made that decision. Devolved administrations have no choice in this one but to follow suit. Stop sharing that. Now, David and I will be talking about Starmer's speech yesterday after the Iranian strike on Israel. Starmer says that he will stand, and the British state will stand 100% behind Israel. Well, he doesn't speak for me. I don't think he speaks for a majority of people in these islands. But I did go and look and have a look to see what the support for the Palestinian people was like here in Scotland. And the last poll I could find was 8 months ago. 8 months ago. Since then, a lot has transpired, and I would imagine that support for the Palestinian cause has risen. But I imagine that horror at the actions of the Israeli state and the collective punishment of the Gazan people, the Palestinian people in Gaza, and the ongoing genocide which is being perpetrated there. Because remember, there's still a siege going on. But anyway, I went looking to see what the support for the Palestinian cause was. And 8 months ago, in Scotland, because that's the last poll I can find, this one, that was commissioned by the national newspaper, and there was a 31% support for the Palestinian cause in Scotland, 26% in Wales, and 21% in England. But as I say, that was That was 8 months ago, that poll. I haven't found one since. But I didn't put much time into it. I dare say there is more recent polling. But I didn't see it. But what I do know is, when he's talking about the British state, he's not talking about the people. He's talking about the apparatus of state. He's not talking about the people. Nobody's asked the people for the last 8 months, as far as I can tell. Here in Scotland, anyway. These were Scottish-specific figures. Maybe one of the newspapers here should run another opinion poll on it. Because I imagine support for the Palestinian cause has went through the roof by now. So, they say we'll be talking about Cathy Starmer's speech this afternoon in response to Iran's retaliatory strike on Israel after Israel bombed Iranian territory in Lebanon, the embassy. Okay. And to round things up, we always want to relook and see what's on the front page of the Star, because at least it lifts our spirits a wee bit as we head into the day. So what's the Star got for us today? Where is it? Here we go. The Star. The Star has for us today bread-based constables or whatever it is. Terror of TV tough nut. Line of duty star Sarnie torment. And apparently this young actress here, whoever the hell she is, because I don't watch television, has fear of sandwiches and fridges. And the sub-headline is Jesus, Mary and Joseph and the wee donkey. Well, you know, I don't know who this person is. And I don't know much about sandwich phobia. If there is such a thing as a sandwich phobia. But what I will say is that this young lady is definitely more than one sandwich short of a picnic. In fact, she's no sandwiches at her picnic. I just think Ed Davey gets his star delivered. Aye, probably. But as I say, I've absolutely no idea who the actress is. And I'm sure fear of sandwiches is pretty terrifying. But it's not something I suffer with myself. I'm more scared that people are one sandwich short of a picnic and I'm only a sandwich. You've got to love the staff. You just got to. I've Melanie sandwich phobia. Whatever the hell that's called. Somebody Google it and put it in the comments. Right, folks, viewing figures are growing. That's brilliant. Like 145 even between the two platforms. It was a wee bit higher. I want to thank the moderators. Oh no, I just need to get a grip with myself. I mean, this sandwich phobia thing's just throwing me. You gotta love this star. Oh, David, get a grip, get a sip of your coffee. Right, anyway, sandwich phobia over with. I want to thank the mods for modding. I want to thank you guys for viewing. I want to thank you for your contribution to the Food Bank Fund. Now, folks, can you hit the like button, please? And if you're on YouTube and you haven't subscribed, or you're on Facebook and you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. As I say, it helps the algorithm, and that all brings in more revenues via advertisement to put out to food banks. Okay. And if you like this, and if you've enjoyed it, maybe others will enjoy it. Share across your social media platforms. Thanks. Okay. And I'll see you again at 4 o'clock this afternoon for the Two Davies. The Two Davies. And then I'll be back tomorrow to do it all again, of course. So look after yourselves and have a nice day. I'll catch you this afternoon, 4 p.m. on the Two Davies show.